Hi again. So I have finally made a decision on what I'm going to be reading in January. There is quite a stack of books here, but one of them I'm doing for YouTube for next year on the ASMR channel because it's the library's copy. And in case if somebody else never returned it again, I just thought that I'd do them now. But this is my pile of books that I would like to read in January. I need to start getting into the habit of doing the wrap ups because I've only ever done one throughout the whole time, and I keep doing these to be reads, but then never doing the wrap ups. So I'm currently reading as my first book. This is one that I've had for 10 years, and for those who have only clicked on this video and found my channel, that I made a promise to my mum before she passed that I would read every book that I had before I made the decision. I had to read them at least once before I could either sell them or donate them or give them away. So this is one that I've had for a while that I know I'm not going to keep, but I just wanted to read it to kind of get it done, and then I can add it to the bag to be unhauled later and then make a decision on what to do. So this is Swift by R.J. Anderson. I've read the other three many years ago when I was a teenager, Arrow, Knife, Rebel. This is a trilogy. I only have two books of the three, so I never got the third book, so I'm going to be stopping at two because I'm not going to go out my way to go and get it. It's not a bad story. I'm at 106 pages, and it's basically a story about a girl's mum who's going missing, and they're kind of fairies and stuff, and that she wants to try and find her mum, but she doesn't really trust this person who currently got caught, and she's having to learn to change into a bird because she isn't going to fly like on this person's back in order to go and see her mum. So she's learning to like take form of a swift. So the next one that I've been reading for the last month is two books in one. This is the Hello Kitty, the Christmas present, and the Christmas show. This is a two special book, and I've read the first part, and it's up on Petal ASMR if you want to have like a bedtime story read to you. And I'm currently in the process of reading the second part of the book in order to have it ready and up for YouTube for next year in December. It's so early to be doing that kind of video just when we've had Christmas, but if it was my copy, I would wait, but because it's the library's copy and I need to get it back to them as soon as possible, I kind of have to do it and upload it to YouTube and have it scheduled and ready. And hopefully, YouTube will keep it safe for another 11 months. But yeah, this is just basically little heartwarming stories of Hello Kitty. And in this story, she's kind of, her list is too long and that she wants to like take some stuff off, but she can't make up her mind. And she's got like disappointment of, not being in the main part of the show or the main character. But I've reviewed the first part of the book, so if you want to check out that review, it's only like a 5-minute review, then go and check that out. I do count these as my review and to my Goodreads goal as well, even though they're short, but I'm reading them for YouTube and I'm reviewing them, so they make nice little videos in between. So I'm currently on chapter 3, and I normally get about 3 videos because there's 6 chapters. So I get about 3 videos from each of these books. So I have a few more books to go of the Hello Kitty series that I've found from the library, which January, February, March, April, May will be going on till May. And then we have a 7 Days of Stitch book as well that I will probably read for Petal ASMR, and that will go up depending on like if it's Halloween themed or whatever. But yeah, that's that one. The next one I'm going to try and get done as well is the last book that I own in the House of Night series, and this is Destined. I've borrowed some of them from the library, but I'm going to stop at this one because this is the last physical copy that I have that I own in my collection, and then I'm going to let them go. And yeah, they are the old covers as well for anyone who wants to comment that. But this is basically a series where Zoe does different things, and that they're at the House of Night, and that they kind of get taken over, and vampires and that kind of stuff. So if you love vampires and you want a really long series, this is for you. But unfortunately, I'm not. I like the Vampire Diaries, but I'm not like a die-hard fan of vampires. So for that reason, I'm letting this one go once I've read it. So the goal is to try and review 2 a month, and then read 2 that I know that I'm not going to keep, that I don't want. So to try and get that pile down, because I have a section of the wardrobe in another room where it's just full of books. So the idea is to just try and pump 2 reviews out a month, and then have the other 2 books where I read them, I try and get through them, and then I let them go. And then hopefully by the end of the year, that'll be a smaller pile, because I'm not buying books left, right, and centre anymore. Not because I don't want to, just because that I only want to buy books now that I know that I'm going to read, that I think I'm going to enjoy, that I want to keep, that sound interesting to me. I don't want to keep buying every single book that comes out and then I really don't like it, and then I have the aggravation of reading it and trying to get rid of it. But that's just me. So the next one is Natasha Preston, The Island. I have never read a book by her, but it sounds really interesting and I really want to read the book. This has given me such similar vibes to You're So Dead, which again, I've done a review on that book, and this is where influencers go to an island, and they have like an amazing amusement park, and they've got a blog about it, and they have like VIP access to everything, and they blog every minute. But the thing is, they've got to get off the island alive somehow, and that when they thought they were saying goodbye to their friends and family, they didn't think it was going to be forever. So yeah, absolutely, this sounds interesting. Really wanted to dive into it when it first came out, but again, because I'm in Britain, couldn't get hold of it. Damn you, Waterstones. But yeah, so I really can't wait to read this one, and it sounds like a really cold read. The next one that again I can't wait to dive into is The Counsellors by Jessica Goodman. Never read a book by her, but she's done 4, and I've picked the 2 that sound most interesting to me. If I really like her books and her writing style, and she became like my new favourite author, because obviously Amanda Hockin and Alison Noel are my favourite authors at the moment. I want to read more by Natalie D. Richards, because I've only read one of her books, Fourth and Dead, and I was hooked. Like, I read that in less than a week, and I had that review out as well. So yeah, if you want to go and check out that review as well. But this is The Counsellors. This is basically like a campy book where people have secrets and someone ends up dead, I think, and there's kind of lies, and so yeah, this sounds really interesting. I can't wait to read it and review it. So thank you ever so much for watching, and that was my January to be read, and I will get into the habit of doing it at the end of the month to see what I read and what I didn't read. Thank you so much.